so we're going to sketch y equals 3 sine 2x plus 1. Our first step is to draw y equals sine x and then see what each of these numbers do to sine x, okay? And we should know what each of these numbers do, okay? If you don't, we have got notes on that, okay? So, have a go, okay?
When it's 2x, that means it goes twice as many times.
So I've started you off, I've drawn y is equal to sine x. You put in your important points. 180, 360, 0. It goes as high as 1. It goes as low as -1. I put all those points in, okay? It's a sketch. You just want the general shape, but you put all those points in to show where it cuts the x-axis. Right, so you have a go now at drawing 3 sine 2x plus 1. Good thing is you can do it one step at a time. Here. Okay, so that is sine x. To make this easier, then let's draw y equals sine 2x. Let's do that one. Okay, I am going to draw the axis, but I'm going to let you draw it. And after that one, have a go at drawing y equals 3 sine 2x. And then when you've done that, do the last one. Y equals sine, sorry, y equals 3 sine.
It's an equal sign.
Okay, so 3 steps, starting with sine x, sine 2x, 3 sine 2x, and then our final answer, okay? Draw each of them in. Now look back in your notes, please, if you are not sure. Let's have a look at sine 2x. What happens to sine x when we introduce the 2 in front of the x? Damon.
You repeat the cycle.
Okay, and between what and what?
Between 0 and 360.
Right, good. I have to have 2 good cycles between 0 and 360. So I'm going to just draw in
2 cycles.
2 cycles. So 1, 2, and we want to try and be as neat as possible. So what number am I going to put here? 360. Okay, good. And I'm going to put what number here? 180 because it's halfway. How high is this graph going?
1.
Yep, it's still going as high as 1 and it's going as low as -1. And I will label it y is equal to sine 2x. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah. Now again, it doesn't need to look like a work of art. If you're putting your numbers in here, then the examiner can see exactly what's going on. I could even put in this number. What number would this one be? 90. Yeah, it would be 90, and this one would be 270, halfway between 180 and 360. What is, listening? What is the 2, what do we call the 2 here? 2 is the frequency, good. And the frequency, remember, tells us the number of cycles, just what Damon said, so just 2 cycles. And what about the period then, John? The period's not 2.
In front of
The period is 180 because it's 360 divided by the frequency, okay? Which is 180. And that makes sense because remember, the period tells us where does it start repeating, okay? It starts repeating after 180 degrees. Okay?
Wait, I think I got
Okay?
the real one that we were.
I just want to make sure that we're all cool with this. The 2 is the frequency. The frequency tells us the number of cycles between 0 and 360. In order to work out the period, remember the formula for period is 360 divided by the frequency. That tells us that the period is 180. And that makes sense because look, the graph starts to repeat after 180. What about this one? Has anybody done this yet?
well, I've done it.
All right, John, what do we do for this then? Right, all the way up to 3 and
down to 3 to
down to negative 3. Okay, and we keep exactly the same shape as this. Okay, so
And since there's a 2, you will do the 2 curve. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, I got that right.
right, now I still need to.
Add in 360.
Grayson?
Yes, they don't do it yet.
And
I,
180.
I need to still in add in 360, and I need to also put in 180. But I also need to now put this as going up to
3.
and down to
Negative 3.
negative 3.
You said -1.
What is the amplitude of this one?
3.
3. Good. Remember the number in front is amplitude. The period is still
180.
180. Right. Good. Now to go on to the last one. What do we do for this denim? Of how, like a translation of what? You're right, it's a translation, but what do we do? Anybody? How do we deal with this +1?
You move it up, transform it. Wait, don't say it.
Eliza?
You move it to 1 unit up.
Translation.
I translate it up 1 unit. Okay. So instead of starting at 0, I'm going to start at 1. If I start at 1, this graph is going to go as high as,
4.
right, it's going to go up to 4. Okay.
Crazy.
And it's going to go down as low as -2, because remember, this is being moved up 1 unit. So it moves up to -2. So our graph is going to go something like 1.
Oh, I got it.
And it has to finish up back here at this point, okay? It stops right there. And now I need to label my points. Where is 360 going to go here?
Right below where you put the X.
What, here
Yeah.
or here?
Horizontal line.
No, right on the line.
On the line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, right below the line. Yeah, on the line. It's on the line.
Why is it?
All right, think about what's happening. If I move this,
Dot.
if I move this whole thing up,
You're gonna have to put
It's up at the point.
360 where it is.
Where are the
Right
points?
below the line.
Up.
it's going to be
Up.
okay. So it is at this point. If I draw a little dashed line, that is 360. Okay, this point is 1. It's my x-axis, my y-axis, and that is my curve that I'm after. Now look, you have to be able to draw these things. Okay, you have to be able to go from something like this to be able to sketch it. Some people will be able to do it in one go. I recommend splitting it up into maybe 2 or 3 different graphs. Okay, you know what these things do, you just need to be able to apply it. Let me just go quickly back, I'll be 1 second, Delia. If I go back to here, black one is sine 2x. The red one is 3 sine 2x plus 1. The whole thing has been shifted up 1 unit.